I just heard the best way to get back at someone is to not be like them. That's cool. That's deep. That's real. I like that. I want to add to that, the best way when we are hurt in any type of relationship, whether it's the workplace, intimate, family, business, neighbor relationship, is to not go after revenge and let it manifest or stir up in your heart and your soul and think about it in bad ways. The best thing is to look into self and do awesome for yourself.
Now, I do want to mention that it can be very hard, especially when you see wrongdoing. And I wanted to share something, a little story today that has happened recently. And sometime when normal people or people that have feelings see wrongdoing or see certain things play out and happen, it can affect you if you're not like have those robotic feelings of you can see things or you can do things out of rage, or you see, disaster happen and you get over it real quick. Like you could press a button on a robot and the feelings are gone. Somebody pointing at you and say, I don't feel this way or don't feel that way, but that doesn't take the feelings and what you think and how it has affected you out of your heart. That's why in, EMT, paramedic, or I'm sure fire and, police and things of that nature have debriefing exercises after they've experienced severe disaster situations. So here recently, I've witnessed, and I had to call for help, where there was a young girl in her 20s, a young black girl in her 20s, and you could tell she had is not mentally stable. You could tell she has some mental issues about herself. She's, a little, just not all there, a little slow, blah, 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 blah. And she's only in her early 20s. And the two women that were fighting her were in their 50s, two white women. And because of their background, could be, or the things that they've been through, the way that they had set her up and tried to attack her. Now, the young girl, was very mouthy, and, I guess they let her mouth, I don't know, aggravate them or whatever. But, and she could not fight, like, defend herself. So they attacked her. And the thing, and once, one, okay, so that recording cut off on me. But, and the thing, okay, there's two things that got to me. And I found myself getting really angry inside of myself, where back in the days I probably would have cursed them out, like, what the fuck are you doing, blah blah blah. I would have got in and tried to break it up, but I was getting really, really upset because it's like, why is your hand in the young girl's shirt in her chest? What the fuck are you reaching for? And so it's like, I have to keep in mind, people are people, however they think, however they do, right? But it made me think of immediately back in the day, hearing how they would cut off men's private parts when dealing with people of color, black people, and they would cut their penises off or whatever. So I'm like, why are you digging in her shirt? What are you digging for? Like, what does that have to do with the fight that you're having with the girl? That's one thing. Then when the police officers arrived, it was, I think I counted 8 or 9 of them, right? And they went to everybody to get a story. And then all of what I would call flying monkeys that was on the girl's side, and the other girl, the third girl, handed her a little blue thing like mace or something like that, spray, but they didn't use it because I heard somebody yell out, that's mace, or it's another word they used. So the officers were getting the case, and from the stories from everyone that was standing around, and just one of them was grinning like a hyena to the big bully as she was telling her story, and I just looked at her like, and she caught my eye because she knew she was lying in the way she was telling her story, and she did not tell. Of course, she's not going to tell everything that she did, as far as punching the girl, and, the girl had a big gash on her face or whatever. So I looked at her like, but I just straight faced, but even though I was in disgust. And then, so it was 3 girls, and then they surround the one black girl, young black girl, as they were getting the stories, and they were not surrounded the other 2, the ones that were beating her ass and attacked her, right? I don't know how it all started. I came out on the middle of it, and I was like, why is there 4 or 5 officers surrounding this one young girl, and nobody surrounded the other 2? And that made me think, how we say 10 toes down, and, use that language for whatever we want to use it for. And that came to my mind. Then also it's like, damn, 10 officers down, like, oh my goodness, it's like, okay, no, we can't change people. No, we can't change the way society has been, and how we look at people because of race. But it's just so ridiculous. And it's like, I am talking about this to get it off my heart, get it off my mind. And this is my debriefing right here. And although I was very, very upset, and I looked at the officers, they could tell I was upset. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I just don't get it. I don't understand. I do understand, but I don't fucking understand. And then maybe when they called it in, I don't know if they had their, the thing where you can see, they have to film at all times. They must wear the body cam. And so then when they came back, they had to tell all 3 of the women that they were wrong, and if they have to come back, they'll be arrested or whatever. And so I guess that was the fair part. They didn't take in the black person, because I was like, what's getting ready to happen to her? But they did put their foot down to all 3 of the people. And it's just, I feel like when things go down like this, there's always there has always been some unfairness in actions and reactions. I know things are trying to get better and are getting better, but I just have to keep in mind, we can't change people. And we can't get involved in every situation thinking we're going to change it, And the only thing we can do, I guess, is just hope for the better, or you can, in this case, say what you're going to say so that someone in charge will hear and act on that, of doing the right thing for all parties involved, But to debrief on something that, for example, in this case, have made me very upset to watch, after something like that, is just to go out and walk and listen to music, make a video, and just get it off my chest, because I don't want to feel mad or mean or nasty, and think like those other people. Just because they think like that, I'm going to act like that when it comes my time to intervene and help someone. And so that part helps, is because, like I said, I'm not going to be like them, regardless of what we focus on a lot is race. I'm just going to try to be, honest and fair across the board. I think that's it. I just wanted to get that out of my chest. So when you live in certain areas or certain places, you will experience, I have experienced certain behaviors from people, although they try to hide it. I have been on the receiving end of individuals coming to me and saying these people have treated me in a bad manner, and I cannot get the help that I need. And so to navigate through these type of behaviors can become um, not so much overwhelming, because it's something that you know how to do. You know how to get past certain people in certain ways. Mm, but it's just to watch it all play out and how they treat other people is sickening and just absolutely ridiculous. But it's a fact, it's a thing, and it's real. To end this, what I'm want to share from my experience is that I'm learning and learning every day, and to get stronger in my mind, my body, and my soul, is that we cannot change people. We cannot yell at people, stop doing this and stop doing that. But I try to be prepared uh, when it's my turn to help out, for those that cannot help themselves, and to on the receiving end of um, they're on the receiving end of bad treatment per se. And so I try to keep my mind clear as much as I can, by when I am with myself, to work and work on myself by walking, um, going to the gym when I can, try to push myself to go even more, because that definitely helps clear the mind. Anything that's going to clear the mind and be ready when the time comes, that I'm not going to be on reactive cursing somebody out because they treat other people bad. To just pull the person to the side, tell them what are their options and how to go around to get the help that they need. So the main thing is to focus on, I try to focus on myself, is what I'm learning. And I wanted to share that. as far as getting stronger within myself and not worrying about controlling nobody else and how they think and behave and believe.